Hello, everybody. It says there's a couple people here, so is anybody here? The Wild Huckleberry's here. How's Robbie doing? And Sonia. Randy's here. How you doing, buddy? I don't know if she's joining me tonight on screen. She was down there preempting talking to her dad a while ago, so I think that that might have took her a little too long. I don't know. So we'll find out. Hello, Joy. How you doing? Appreciate everybody showing up tonight on this wintry night. I didn't know if we was going to be able to go live tonight since all this ice and snow has been gathering. Yeah, we've been outside, but not for very long. We've seen the squirrels running around and the cats running around and the dogs and the chickens, and everybody's having a wonderful winter time. But it is, wow, it is a wildly wonderful winter, winterland. I'm still snacking on some of Lisa's jalapeno bread. And drinking me a hot cup of tea. If y'all was here, I'd definitely offer you some that jalapeno bread. My Lord. When Lisa makes that, it's just, eating it hot out of the oven, that's really good. It is very, very good. So, might have to get her sometime to show how she does that. She does it in a Dutch oven, so it's really good. Not trying to be rude, just snacking away. Yeah, chickens don't like to get out in this weather. I can look out this window here and say, man, it's just the snow's still coming down. I think it's got ice mixed into it. At least it sounds like it. And it's just a winter wonderland. Because you're wondering if you're, going to be able to go to work this next week. You're wondering if the school's already closed for the next 2 days. I think Jefferson County around here, and everything from our school district, everything in Kentucky is pretty much closed the next 2 days as far as school districts go. So you think I'm too heavy to scroll? Well, sorry about that, but that's just the way I am. Oh yeah, well, that bread goes good with anything. I love it. It's pretty daggone good. Yeah, the outside, like Lisa said, it's very pretty. But we had one snowplow that come through a while ago. Well, snow truck, whatever you want to call it, and it was going so cotton big and slow. I didn't think it was ever going to get here. I heard it coming, so I was outside, so I just stood there and waited. And it finally creeped by the house, and it was slow going. They got the chains on the trucks and everything else, so. I don't think I've gone anywhere since Friday. I don't think me, Lisa, or anybody else has gone anywhere since last Friday. That's just how it goes sometimes. You know, when you get these storms like this, you can't get out. When you got two-wheel drive vehicles, it's hard to get out. You know, so. Hopefully we'll be able to get out sometime this next week, but you just never know. My screen changed on me. Trying to get it to go back. Oh. It did the thing Lisa don't like where it turns like translucent and all that. Yeah, we didn't. I wish we didn't get enough snow for Lisa to feel comfortable about going out there before all the ice started falling on it and getting it crusty and weighing it down. And she didn't feel comfortable about going out there and getting ice. And you know, you end up what we ended up with on top of the cars and everything, where we usually get our stuff, is it ended up being more ice than anything else. But man, I was looking so far. If we got snow, I was looking forward to it. But like I said, we got more ice. We got some snow, and it started accumulating. We got maybe an inch, and then all of a sudden the ice come in and just kind of packed it down. And I was hoping it was going to stay a little warmer than that, but it didn't. So I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, snow ice cream would, again, snow ice cream would have been so delicious. I was really, really looking forward to it, but it just didn't work out. I'm trying to play with this iPad I got over here to the side where I read things, because I'm trying to get it where I can the way I like it. But if it don't do it this time, I'm just going to forget it. And it's not, so I'll just have to put up with reading it the way it is. Scotty's here. How you doing, Scotty? The Randy making everybody snow ice cream for tonight. How much? Let's see. You got 20 plus inches. Yeah, you can make us a bunch of snow ice cream there, Scotty. You going to share or not? Simple Acres is here. Bert and Cindy, how y'all doing? from your chat, I'm assuming you're going to have to take you a nap before you go to work tonight. I remember doing the second and third shift, and especially third shift on Sunday night, where you open the bill, wherever you're working. I worked 2 different places that had, well, more than 2 different places, but where you end up going in on Sunday night and getting everything started for and get everything running and warmed up for the for people on first shift. It was I don't know, I always enjoyed going there, but the bad thing is like on Sunday, it always messes with whatever you're doing with your family. You go to church, come home, you got to take a nap, either that or you stay up. The next thing you know, you're just wasted and wore out before you can even go to work, and then you got to stay up during work. They're funny that way, how they do that. It's like, no, we would like you to not take naps. I've never done that, but yeah, that was always what I had to do too. Go in, you turn off all the alarms, you turn off all the lights, you turn, and you get everything just slowly going, getting all the machines warmed up. Yeah, like Lisa said, that recipe is on Pinterest. That's where every time she makes it, she goes back there and gets it, the recipe, and if you follow that recipe, you'll have some pretty dang good bread. The only difference is, I don't know how y'all like it, but she puts some, it's jalapenos, but I think she needs to put a little Thunder Flakes in it next time. She was trying to stay up with the recipe this time, and wasn't sure about the jalapenos, how hot they were. But next time I think we ought to put a little, or not me, her should put a little Thunder Flake in it and see what happens there. Well, at least you got just snow, Joy. 4.5 inches. That's a lot of snow, though. I keep getting something pop up on this thing every now and then. I don't know what it is. That's why you see me reach for the screen every now and then. Yeah, hopefully you're feeling better, Scotty. Let's see, my green thumb in Ohio's here. How you doing? And it's still snowing there, huh? I'll be glad when Snowmageddon ends. This is, I mean, it's not that bad. We have we have electric. We have phone service. Of course, we don't have land service anymore as far as phones go. We have electricity. Like I said, we have water. I have no complaints about, God has provided for us and he takes care of us more than you know. But man, it is, as a human, it's just inconvenient. So you have to get yourself out of the way sometime and go, well, hey, it is what it is. It could be worse. Yeah, we've been trying to keep it, like Lisa just said, we've been trying to keep in touch with our parents, make sure they're okay, then make sure their water's going, heat's going, electricity, phone, the whole 9 yards. Because, you know, you have the, let's see, dad's 93, mom's 86, and father-in-law, Lisa's dad is 88. So actually, he'll be 89 before too long. Matter of fact, next month, first of next month, about 2 weeks, he'll be 89. Yeah, Putty Cat. KFC will be closed. Well, even if it's not closed, we won't be there. So I'm sure it is closed. Because I guarantee you, nobody got there over the weekend to get to fire that place up. No, I'm not going to. I got that van of mine is just 2-wheel drive, Randy, and I'm not gonna. I've already made up my mind. I'm not going to even attempt it tomorrow. I'll probably, after I get off here, I'll probably just go ahead and call work and leave a message and tell them I'm not coming in. And I don't think it's fair that they're going to, because of the weather, they're going to take vacation days, but they haven't in the past. But they said this time they're going to. So I guess I'll lose at least one or two this week. So get out when I can. Maybe I'll take that beast of a blower and blow all that snow off the road. I teased somebody about taking the tractor to work, and oh yeah, I was talking to my father-in-law a while ago, and I told him, I said, well, I guess I could take that big tractor to work, but my luck, it would there'd be too much ice on the road, and I'd wreck it, and I don't want to do that. So. With all the KFC I've eaten all my life, I have never been to Corbin, Kentucky to eat that at that restaurant, and I'm going to have to rectify that one day. I did eat supper with Colonel Sanders one year, just one time. Got my picture taken with him and everything, and we had a great meal. He provided the meal, but it was wow, it was just one of those things where but I've never been to the first uh, Kentucky Fried Chicken. Probably should make a journey there. See if I can't map that out and make a video of going out to that. And there's a couple places me and Lisa would like to eat. If anybody would like to, we've heard this and we've heard that. So if anybody wants to see a video on some of the places here in Kentucky roundabout that are old and famous for whatever they're old and famous for, let me know. And we'll see if we can't make a video on it. I need to make more videos. I've been very slack since Thanksgiving, and let one excuse go for another one and stuff till yesterday, and I finally put out one. So hopefully y'all watched that, and it was just me more or less talking about what I was going to do and getting ready for the storm. So hopefully you enjoyed that. I don't know if it's changed or not, but that new corporation took over, and Yum took over Kentucky Fried Chicken, but hopefully it'd be all right. Oh yeah, Charlie's Chicken. Yeah, I probably would throw rocks at everything else just so I could go eat at Charlie's Chicken. I like JL's and J&L and Charlie's Chicken. Right now, those are my two favorite places in Pryor. I think I could founder myself either place. I just, my Lord, it's good food. Yeah, Putty Cat, I know. I guess I've been a slacker for a while. I'm going to have to step up to the plate. I can't have somebody calling me a slacker. Yeah, Charlie Chicken, oh my God, that was, I don't know. I don't know what they marinate their chicken in, fry their chicken in, but that's some of the best chicken I've ever had. And I forget why, but there was some reason we was going to stop by and get us a bunch of chicken for the road home, and I don't know what happened, but we missed out on that on the way home. So we drove right past it, drove out of town, and by the time we remembered, oh yeah, we was going to do that last time we was there. So that may be maybe if we get there a little early, that may be the first stop. Because you got to go past Charlie's Chicken to get to Walmart and the Pryor Hotel. And I think it's in 8 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong, but I think it's 8 or 9 weeks anyway. Yeah, with the wind blowing, I thought about taking the drone out myself today, but with the wind blowing the way it was, I was worried about it, wind catching it, and sometimes it just with wind blowing like it was earlier this afternoon, it just will not fly. I don't blame it. I would refuse to fly too, but it does. Yeah, I'd like to see the landscape around there. I love drone videos. I do. I don't set them to music and just, you don't even have to say anything. Just let the drone fly around, look at things, and it's, I haven't figured out how to get it to follow me and all that stuff yet, but yeah, I like drone videos. Only 54 more days. Wow. It'll be here in no time. What? You want me to put on a white suit and go outside? Yeah. I guess I need to get me a white sweatshirt and a white hat and some white pants to go outside. Yeah, I've already got my tickets and all that stuff. I can't wait. I've been looking forward to this since they put the tickets out last time. So I'm really looking forward to going. And they got a bunch of people. We watched a movie on the one of the people that's going to be there, and she is an autistic lady. And Randy's the one that suggested we watch it, and so we just Lisa. Well, me and Randy was talking. She found it, and when she found it, we just started watching it. And I don't know. I was both of us were just captivated. We just kept staring at the screen, going, "Wow," So if that lady is anything like what they did predicted, showed in the movie and stuff like that, she's amazing. She really is amazing. Well, Robbie, I'd be glad to help them do whatever, but I figure I just might as well buy, if they need something done. I mean, they have asked me to do a couple little things, which I didn't mind, and a couple times we were there, but it wasn't no big deal. And but uh, I like buying the tickets to give them a count, and all that stuff. And I'm glad. I am tickled to death for the people that live around there, whatever, or close, or and give their time as volunteers. It's amazing what everything that gets done, and I'm glad you're one of them. It really, really, really shows out that all the people that volunteer how much they care about everything. Yep, we can say Baltimore, Maryland, but why are we doing that? Y'all have something special going on in Baltimore, Maryland? Gun to Mike. Gun to Mike. Yeah, there's plenty of hills around here, but we did not go sledding. I haven't had a sled since kids left the house, so I guess I'm gonna have to get me one of those someday and put my butt on a sled and slide down a hill again. But me and the kids used to every now and then go back to the back of the farm and slide down something back there on the inner tube or something. We didn't do it that much because around here in Kentucky, you really don't have enough snow to go sled most of the time. Yeah, that's the name, the lady's name, Randy. Yeah, thank you very much for putting it up. It's a great movie about her and her life up to whenever, But it is. I recommend anybody and everybody going to watch that movie. Yeah, the expo really does go smooth with people like Robbie and Sonia and all the other volunteers that are there. All you got to do is ask them a question or whatever, and they usually know the answer. If they don't know the answer, they can get it pretty quick. So it's the volunteer. The way they handle it going up to the Okie and all the work they put into it, and then all the volunteers helping them put it on. It's amazing what gets done and how much. The next bad thing is you walk in the front or drive in the front gate. Next thing you know, it's over, and I'm like, where did it go? But it's and we're headed back home. Duncan Family Farm, how you doing, bud? Glad to have y'all here. I'll bet that'll be pretty good too. It's a beautiful drive. If we dropped down the last time we came, and instead of just going like we normally went on an upward arch, we dropped down into Arkansas and went through that. And man, that is beautiful. They don't have any motels. We ended up driving straight through. But at least we didn't find any on the roads we were on. Oh, we did a lot of when I lived in Louisville. They had every time they got snow, there's an old hospital with a huge hill on it, and we used to go over there and slide down that hill all the time. There was a big gathering of all the people that are out of school. We even went and we would tie things to the back of cars and drive around and slide around and did a lot of crazy, stupid stuff. Some of it was even on sleds. Yeah, Joe Salliston was a keynote speaker, I think, in uh, wasn't he last year at the Okie? Am I getting that mixed up somewhere? I think he was. Yeah, they was. I'm glad they made that movie because, like Lisa said, she shows. I don't think they had any handcuffs on the people that made the movie. I believe they just put it out there in the raw and let uh, her personality come out and shine, and it did, it shined. It was. I'd watch it. I'm gonna watch it again before we get out there because I think it'd be that important to kind of familiarize yourself with some of the stuff she's done, and to the just to it was a good movie. The bad thing is that was more of an Our Lady of Peace, a crazy hospital, a hospital for crazy people out there, and so you did not want to be admitted there, but we were out there sledding like crazy. The funny thing is they don't let. I don't think they let you do that anymore. They got so many restrictions on kids now, and then they wonder why they're in trouble all the time. But anyway, it is what it is. Andy's here. How you doing, Andy? Glad you came by, buddy. That's a good place to be there. I'd like to be snuggled up and get to wait till spring too. You're a nut, Lisa. It's probably true. That's very true, but it's. Yeah, if they're gonna sled or snowboard or anything, it's gonna be on the inside on their TV, watching their TV, playing their games. Look what I did. Andy, you got a heat wave because it's above zero. That's pretty good. I'm pretty sure Greg and nobody else has been doing any running around. Man, it's the bad thing is, like I was telling my father-in-law a while ago, I think because I know I can't, I want to. We usually don't do anything except sit around here on Sundays and stuff like that. Go for church every now and then from time to time. But the most of the time it's sitting around here, and then in the afternoons anyway, and we're sitting here. But today we're sitting around here going. I'm looking outside, going. We could go someplace if it wasn't for all that snow that's out there. But that's not going to happen. Yeah, I'll crank up the wood stove. I'll chuck a couple pieces in the wood stove. Lisa's saying it's 80 degrees. I don't know what temperature is in here, but the when the stove has a certain sound to it, I'll shut it down. When it has a certain sound to it, I'll open it up. Chuck some more wood in it. You know, too cold to snow. Well, I wish it was too cold to snow around here. Yeah, you can always get out, but it would be too hazardous to get out. I saw pictures of people that were crazy enough to get out around Louisville and stuff earlier on the news, and they just wasn't good for them. Wrecks and everything else, down in ditches. Now you got to wait for somebody to come get you, and you're sitting there freezing to death. Though, not good. Yeah, I've done my fair share of donuts in parking lots over the years when it snows. I don't know. I've never done any donuts or anything like that in a van. You know, especially since they're top heavy. That was top heavy, and I'd be afraid I'd hit a chunk of ice or something, and flip it. But I don't think there's been a car I've ever owned that I didn't do a donut if it snowed, or shall we say, multiple donuts. And then you always got to try to do the figure eight, see if you can get the eight to line up. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Yeah, he's that laser printer of his. He's got that plastic printer thing. Man, that's pretty cool. Some of the stuff he does. I was thinking about getting one. Dang on, if he didn't go get one. There's all kinds of things you can make with those printers and stuff, and man, I'd love to make some of that stuff. Hey, Phil's here. How you doing, Phil? How you doing? How y'all doing on snow up there in Indiana, Phil? Is it still snowing up there? Just came in for plowing snow. Well, I may have to get out tomorrow with that old Mahindra and the bucket and stuff, and see if I can get something done. I'd hate to plow too much because the rock I got on, I already need rock, but I just don't want to screw up the rock I got. 12 inches. Wow. Yeah, you got a lot more than what we even thought about getting. Yeah, we got maybe a little more than that, somewhere between 1 to 2 inches, and then all that ice started falling on it, and rain, whatever you want, and icy rain, and then it just kind of packed it down, and it didn't make much. I was looking forward to some snow ice cream, but I didn't get it because we didn't have enough fluffy snow. Well, yeah, at least you all got snow and it wasn't ice, but we got ice too. We got a lot of ice too. What Lisa's talking about is one night we was coming home from Lowell. We was on the parkway, and as we was coming up through there, I went across the little bridge, and as I went across the little bridge, that bridge was frozen. All of a sudden, the car it did a nice little spin, and I just kind of let off the gas, and didn't hit the brake, and just turned everything, and just kind of we ended up pointing back the way we were going, and on down the road we went. But the hand of God got at that car that night because I didn't know, because I'm pretty sure I don't have that kind of skills. But yeah, everything worked out fine. Lisa was holding the baby like all new mothers do and stuff, and next thing I know, she's over the seat putting Emily in the car seat. That's when car seats first came out when our daughter was born. I hated those things. God bless. Yeah, she put her in the back seat. It looks like anybody ever seen a Star Wars movie or a Star Trek, and when they go into warp speed, the way that looks, the stars look. That's the way the snow was looking that night. Well, thank you, Randy. Yeah, everybody that can, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. We've been growing a little bit here lately, but there's a lot of room to grow, and we'd love to have you all join this journey. Give us a like. Make sure you like and share all you can with your family and friends. And I'd really love it if you all would do that. Hey, Grant, how's it going, bud? Love following what y'all doing and see you on Facebook and different things. Yeah, Randy's right again. It really does help the channel if y'all do all those things, and we will appreciate it like you have no idea. Yeah, so is everybody else. it is very cold, very cold. I don't know what the temperature outside is right now, but Lisa said inside the house is downstairs it's around 80. So yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, the printer had to stop since Joseph got it. He'd been printing something all the time. Matter of fact, he's done had to restock those reels a couple different times. Grant, we're doing fine. We're doing real good. I'm getting over a cold while Lisa's picking up a cold. She's trying to blame me like I gave it to her, but I don't think I did. I would never do the love of my life that way. But I'm sure I'll still get the blame for that. I don't want it no more. Somebody else needs it. We'll just put it outside and leave it laying there and let it freeze to death. Oh, shoot. You got big plans for this spring here, Grant? I know I got a lot of stuff I need to do, but I need to make some raised beds for Lisa. She's been wanting raised beds, so I'm going to have to try to make some raised beds for her this year, I guess. Try a couple of them anyway. We'll find out how that works. I got to try to remember to make them as long as my bucket, so when I'm dumping dirt in there, I have my bucket where I can dump it in there on my tractor. And I guess I'm going to need to cut a bunch of branches and all kinds of stuff. I got a bunch of different things that probably will fill in pretty good. I need to put a water faucet up here at the house too. But, there's just so many things that need to be done. Yeah, I knew y'all bought some new ground, but so you moved half of your raised beds to the new place? Yeah, 30 acres is a real nice farm to have. I think that when you get into one person on the farm and stuff like that, you almost do get sometimes a little too much. Sometimes I think there's times when I think, man, I'd like to have a lot more. Then there's times when I go, this is way too much for us. But I wouldn't trade it for the world. Musgrave family, hey, how you doing? Glad you're here. Glad you're joined us. How much snow did you all get, or did you get ice, snow, whatever? A bunch of both. Oh yeah, that's always good there. Bunch of both. So you're all are where you probably can't get out and move around right yet. I told Lisa I've been thinking about buying a truck, a 4-wheel drive truck. I said, see, needed to buy that truck so we could have got out. But then again, most days I wouldn't need one. Don't need a 4-wheel drive, but there are times, even around here on the farm, there's places around here on the farm that you either take a tractor or you can't. You're not going to do nothing with it. So it would be nice, but then again, if you had a side by side, you'd be all right too. One, just don't have all that. Yeah, you're right, Grant. The 4-wheel drives don't help you on ice. Yeah, I'm like Lisa right now. I hope if the that storm is out of our area, which before it got dark, I could see snow still coming down, but I'm not looking forward to the next one, and I kind of hope it gets lost too. Yeah, that's about us. The only thing we get out to do is feed right now. We don't. Our Wi-Fi's not messed up right now, thank God. It is a from a cell phone thing, and hopefully it'll last at least another 15, 20 minutes before it messes up or anything, so we can finish this live. Oh man, we've had some trouble trying to finish lives around here sometimes. People calling and all that kind of stuff, but I think we got that finally straightened out. Only bad thing is our chickens quit laying. Flat out, just quit laying. The other day we got a couple eggs, Lisa said, from the chickens, and we got a couple eggs from the ducks. Ducks shouldn't even be laying eggs yet, but whatever. And it was a warm couple days there about a week ago. We got, like I said, we got a couple duck eggs, we got a couple chicken eggs, then they went back to not laying again. Duncan Family Farms here. How you doing? Hey, Alan, how you doing, bud? You planning on going to work tomorrow? I've already made up my mind. I'm not even going to try it. I don't see, with the road out here in front of the house, I don't see how anybody could get to work anyway. Yeah, I might need some Canadian birds, but that is how I don't know. I just I, I don't know why, but our birds quit early last year and decided they would go lay it off. And I don't know why. They were laying outrageous amounts of eggs. Lisa went to canning. Well, she'd canned a bunch of eggs too, but whatever when you put them in the lime and all that, and you know, yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing, Alan. I plan on staying home too. I guess if they take my vacation days, they take them. But I don't see anybody really in this area making it to work on, except maybe somebody that lives in town. They might make it to work, but I don't. Other than that, I don't see how. Yeah, I can't believe people are still getting eggs. The way our chickens just decided to quit. Yeah, like Lisa just said, I'm very impressed with the water glass eggs. Matter of fact, we had a bunch of scrambled eggs. That's what we've done with them so far, is scrambled eggs, and man, they're really good. I just they are very good eggs. Scramble them up like that. Now she hadn't tried to fry them. Of course, we were told that you couldn't fry them because the consistency of the white and all that kind of stuff. But it tastes good scrambled. Oh, we was getting. I think we was getting in anywhere from somewhere around 20 to 30 eggs a day at one time, and then one day it just boom cut off, and it was we're not producing no more. Huh. Well, that's pretty good on there, Duncan. You and Simple Acres has got something figured out, and I need to figure out what y'all got figured out because I hate sitting there pouring feed into it when you're not getting any results. And yes, that might sound bad, but that's the God's honest truth. I mean, you're sitting there buying a bunch of feed for animals that's not going to give you any eggs, so got to do something different. And I don't think mine's that old. I mean, they're not. They may be a couple years old, but that's about it. Alan, did y'all get a bunch of snow or ice or anything over there where you're at? Does anybody know how much snow, ice, whatever they got in their area? What's the temp? You know, yeah, my American Breeze chickens, they quit. They were the first to quit. Then everything else shut down too. Yeah, there hadn't been one car go through this place. I saw one plow. It had chains on it. It was going really slow, but you could hear it coming because those chains. Well, it was moving, so I'm guessing I've seen them put chains on before, but the plow wasn't down, and it was going back to the shop just down the road. And what's funny is, down the road is where the shop is for the state workers and stuff, and our road down this way is always the worst. Well, heat lamps, the bad thing about them, if they was to bust in the cold weather, the elements and stuff like that, and dust, and they end up starting a lot of fires. I have a thing down there where it's like a plastic disc, and I set my water on top of it, and it keeps it warm that way. And I also have plugs. I got in my electric plug. It's like a thermostat where it only comes on when the temperature drops to a certain degree, and stays on till it comes back. Like when it gets down in the 30s, it comes on before it has a chance to freeze, and then it won't go back off until the temperature gets up in the 40s, which works out really good because I got that same thing in my spring house too. Puttycat, thanks for being here, and I appreciate you being here, and we look forward to talking to you again next week. And we have a video out, me getting prepared for this storm that was coming up. We put out them shorts every day, those 2 shorts every day, so hopefully y'all watch that. Thank you, Randy. I appreciate you. Yeah, you got to get, and we're going to have to get too. So yeah, the only bad thing is I hopefully where Puttycat is it's they showed a picture of Pensacola and Navarre Beach, and they had as much snow as we got. It just looked funny to see a big Pensacola ball standing there in a parking lot full of white snow. Well, everybody, we're going to get off here right now, and everybody go over to Robbie and Sonia's and enjoy the chat over there if you can. If you can't, I appreciate you being here, and we look forward to seeing y'all again next week. And until then, may God bless your days the way He always blesses ours. See ya.